100 naira ko. Estambul ko.
Good morning, viewers. You're welcome to another exciting edition of the program Lagos This Morning. We will be discussing about latest issues in Lagos State and also across the Federation. I am Olajide Taufik Olamide.
I am Adeni Adela. Welcome to Lagos This Morning.
All right, let's quickly look at the latest headlines for the day. Peter Obi has nothing to offer. His manifesto is full of fallacies and false statistics. That is coming from the APC. Konwa to sue the federal government over withheld salaries. Vote APC or we will deal with you. Al-Hassan Ado-Dogua telling the northern voters. Our elections will be free, fair, credible. Buhari assures West African elders. Spain-born Hakimi sends Morocco to World Cup quarter-finals. I won't vote Atiku Peter Obi if I wasn't contesting. That is coming from the APC flag bearer Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Uncollected PVCs will lead to disenfranchisement, says CSO. And the last one, the CBN limits cash withdrawals to 100,000 naira weekly. Nigerians react. Now let's start with you.
Alright, the news and details. Peter Obi has nothing to offer. His manifesto full of fallacies and false statistics. That's from APC. The All Progressive Congress says Peter Obi of Labour Party, president candidate, has nothing to offer Nigerians going by his just released manifesto. Bayo Onanuga, the director, Media and Publicity, APC Presidential Campaign Council, in a statement on Tuesday, described the document as empty and vacuous. Mr. Onanuga alleged that the LP president candidate's manifesto contained fallacies and false statistics.
Well, it's normal for the opposition party to criticize another party because, you know, they are not of the same party, so it's actually nothing new. There's nothing new about criticizing the Labour Party that their manifesto is nothing to write home about. All I just think is that for Peter Obi's fans, for his well-wishers and Labour Party supporters, they've seen something in the manifesto which they like. Exactly. Other Nigerians have actually seen the manifesto as well. And they commended it. Though some people said his manifesto is very good. He has fantastic ideas, but the kind of structure on ground right now in Nigeria and the kind of stage that Nigeria is now, will that be able to come into fruition? That is what some people are asking. And due to the fact that there are no Labour Party people in the legislative arm of government, in the National Assembly, you know, House of Rep and the likes, so it will actually stiffen his ideas. His ideas are actually okay, and some people actually said again that some of his ideas are very brilliant, but it will take time before you actually
execute it.
Yes, exactly. So that's just it. But aside that, but you know, over the years now, politicians have actually come up with different kind of manifesto. You will see it on paper, very beautiful ideas. Okay, you will start paying the youth 5,000 naira, will ensure that there's no ASU strike, your 4 years will be 4 years. They will even tell you how they intend to go about these things. But over the years, it's not as if when they assume power, maybe some things just change automatically. Probably the system does not align with their manifesto or something. So actually, Mr. Onanuga coming out to lambast the Labour Party's normal for him to say that. from my point of view.
Because they are both they are
Opposition,
parties,
yes,
so
yes.
You can see all kind of things. So that's it.
All right, quickly. You can be part of this program by liking this program and also dropping your comment. We're talking about, okay, let's go on to the next one quickly. The next one on the list here is CBN limits cash withdrawals to 100,000 naira weekly. The Central Bank of Nigeria has imposed fresh cash withdrawal limits on individuals and organizations, which take effect from January 9, 2023. According to a new memo to banks issued on Tuesday and signed by the Director of Banking Supervision, Aruna B. Mustafa, individuals will only be able to withdraw 100,000 naira per week from over-the-counter point-of-sale machines and on the automated teller machines, which is the ATM, while organizations can access 500,000 naira per week. Banks have also been directed to load only 200 naira and lower denominations into their ATM. What do you think about that?
But they can only withdraw 100,000 naira per week.
Yes.
That means they can do more than that on transfer.
I think so, yeah. And on transfer, on transfer, they can do more than that. Well,
I think they are trying to curb election
malpractice
and
vote buying, exactly.
So that's what they are trying to do. Well, it's a good thing for some people. Like it's a good thing to the election.
Yeah.
Why some businesses? I don't think it should be a good thing, because withdrawing 100,000 naira per week, I think it's going to affect some people that are doing business, like good businesses. Why it will not affect? Why it will be very good in the aspect of like to curb vote buying and auction and and also
just
election,
like POS business.
Exactly. So, and to affect all these people doing POS.
Yes, it will affect them.
To affect them, because imagine doing just
20,000 naira a day.
And most of them do more than that.
Yeah. Most of them actually running current accounts, so they'll just be able to withdraw 500,000 naira in 1 week.
Oh, okay.
That's it. I think it's just I'd just like to balance the pros and the cons of this policy, because I won't actually say that it is bad or it is good. It is bad because it will affect the POS business. One, the president of the POS association stuff have actually came out to say is like sending them back to their villages, because if you tell them to withdraw just 500,000 naira in a week or something, you know, some people actually make huge transactions every day from all these POS people. They withdraw up to 300,000 naira, 500,000 naira. So if the person just do only one transaction a day, that means you should be going back home.
Most of these POS attendants, they like make, I think, 5k. Most of them make up to 5k per day.
Per day, yeah.
So imagine now that is going to reduce like probably 2k or 3k or something like that. So it's going to affect.
So number one, it's going to affect them. Then all these petty traders,
it will
affect them because they deal with raw cash. You can't just go outside now and say you want to buy recharge card or you want to buy bread or
do transfer.
No, though you can still buy that because that's still in the range of 20,000 naira. But imagine going to the market to buy a bag of rice for 45,000 naira or 40k.
Okay, and this thing we also like. I think it should bring in more like this thing, because most of the youth, not all the youth, most of the youth they are very, very dubious.
Yeah,
like
they are
the transfer of
fraudsters.
a thing, because most supermarket will be like, no, we don't accept transfer. We only use POS. Like you have to use your card. Now that it's 100,000 naira per week.
Yeah.
So those people buying things from the supermarket, they have to do transfer, because most people buy more than 100,000 naira. Like a dubious person can just walk into the supermarket and be like, okay, I'm going to do this, and do like fake transfer to them.
Of course.
Sure you get. So it's going to affect some of the supermarkets, and also affect and also bring in like criminal activities, because people now use that opportunity to be like, oh wow, so this fake transfer, and let me quickly do this before they win.
Yes. But on the other side of it all, if we're talking about the bad side, let's just talk about the good side as well. Now, coming to bribery during election, I don't think, when you're trying to buy votes, how many people can you actually call to give us your account number and start transferring money to all of them? At least it will, to some extent, to some extent, if the CBN is being sincere with this policy, it will curb vote buying. One, then there's always extortion from the police, or probably armed robbers, if they if you fall into their trap or something. And people like this police now, if you fall into their trap, they tend to take you to a POS operator to withdraw cash for them. So now it's either if you enter their trap or something, or they try to extort you, it is either they take 20,000 naira, or they will bring an account.
They even take more than that.
No, it's either they take the limit of that 20,000 daily withdrawal, or they bring an account that you can do transfer to, or do more than that. And if they bring out an account, it will be traceable. So if you report them, they will trace the account to the police officer. So I think it's just a two-way thing. But what I would just say is that the timing is just too close.
Exactly.
Today is December 7th, and they are saying by January 9. I think it's just they should have elongated it probably like 3 months or 6 months prior to this time. So all our market women will actually brace up themselves for the challenge and the task ahead. Because majority of them would never accept transfer. They will never, because they believe it's just scam. Even if they are looking at their balance like this, they will still say they don't believe unless you give them that physical cash. And many people now, most people go to some kind of restaurant whereby they buy food that's worth more than even 30,000 naira, 40,000 naira. And if you are withdrawing more than 20k, you have to pay 5% charge on it, or 10%. So let's say you are withdrawing 50k, you will now pay 5,000 naira on top of the 50k. Yeah. If it's 5%, you pay 2,500 naira. So you won't want to do it. I think it's just okay, because people would now be doing more of the cashless policy. People will be doing more of transfer and internet banking. But on the other hand, it should just be, the time is just too short from my point of view. Okay. That's just what I think.
Alright, the next one we have here is Konra to sue federal government over withheld salaries. The Congress of University Academics has expressed its disappointment with the federal government, especially the Ministry of Labour and Employment, over the non-payment of its members' withheld salaries, even when the government knew that the union did not call for strike action and its members were not involved in the strike action that lasted for 8 months and which shut down the university system nationwide. Konwa, in a statement on Tuesday signed by National President, Secretary and Publicity Secretary Dr. Niyi Sumono, Dr. Henry Orikbeloye, and Dr. Ernest Nwoke, respectively, said it was wrong for the FG to lump Konwa with the members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities who went on 8-month strike between February and October 2022. The new union of lecturers thereby vowed to sue FG for withholding its members' salaries. The
newly registered, would I say, faction of ASU. God, there are some things. Then when I saw that Ngige, yeah. A few months ago, when Konwa was being registered by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, I was just like, you are in a body already in ASU, then probably they spoke to you or something, or you are being bribed, or you are being promised of something to come up with another kind of association so they can use you to break away from ASU and weaken ASU. No, you are just being used. I think this thing is just, there's nothing Konwa can do. Even ASU, as big as ASU is, they sued the federal government in several locations. All to no avail. There's no solution about it. But the Konwa are now coming up to say they will sue the federal government for not paying them. They were not on strike. Were they in school when ASU was on strike?
No.
Who were they teaching in class?
No more.
Were they teaching the walls or the chairs or something else?
This is actually very funny.
It's funny.
Very, very funny.
When you are fighting for a cause with other people, then you now break away and say, I'm not part of them. So you can look like a saint. Now, what the Yoruba will say, someone that has treated another person in a bad manner.
You're not expecting them to not treat you like,
you like a king.
Like a king. It's not possible.
It's not possible. I think it's just the normal, they'll just talk and, we'll sue federal government, then nothing will just happen. That's just my 2 cents about it. All right, quickly, let's go on to the next headline of the day. All right, so the next one. Uncollected PVCs will lead to disenfranchisement, says CSO, a human rights organization under the aegis of Youth Empowerment Solutions Project Initiatives, popularly known as YES Project, on Tuesday raised concern over the number of permanent voter cards not yet collected, saying it was a recipe for disenfranchisement in the 2023 election. To check the trend, YES Project said it would ensure that 60% of young voters collect their PVCs for them to vote in 2023.
Just go and get your PVC. It's very
well, that's just what I'll say, because
go and get your PVC, because we have to change things come 2023. We can't just keep doing the same thing.
Yeah, as well.
Things has to change.
And I think the INEC can actually make the PVC closer to the people. Probably bring it to every polling unit.
Okay.
Yeah, prior to the election day, then they should just be there with their chair and table and probably canopy or something. All the PVC of that particular area. Maybe one ad hoc staff or something. They should just appoint one person to bring it down there, or their local government offices. Then drop it there. Then say, just go to your local government office. You meet anybody you meet there. There will be someone that will be assigned to do the stuff, whereby your name will be written down. Then they look for your PVC. Then hand it over to you. Not the other way around. People fighting to get their PVCs. Because what I just think is that because due to what the government have been doing so far, many people don't even have trust in the government anymore. Probably they kept the PVC and they are saying people are not collecting it. So they should just bring it closer to the people. We have local government. Just probably if Akojayi now, okay, drop these things on Twitter. You can put it on social media platforms. For people around Alimosho local government area, for people around Mokola local government area, go to so place and get your PVC. It's just as easy as that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
All right, the next one we have here is vote APC or we deal with you, Al-Arzan Adodogora. The majority leader of the House of Representatives, Al-Arzan Adodogora, has been caught on camera threatening to deal with those who won't vote for the All Progressive Congress, APC. The APC lawmaker representing Dogora Todo, Wada Federal Constituency of Kano State, made the declaration during a campaign rally. Speaking to his supporters in Hausa language, the lawmaker said, on election day, it is either you vote for APC or we deal with you mercilessly.
All right, if you're watching us, we have 12 people watching us. You can be part of this program by dropping your comment and we would deliberate on it. So we're talking about Konwa trying to sue the federal government over withdrawal salaries, and also Nigerians are reacting to the recent policy of the central bank by reducing the withdrawal limit to 100,000 naira for individuals, then 500,000 naira for organizations. What do you think? What do you think? You can drop your comment. All right, so let's go quickly to what Ado Dugua said. That is either they vote for the APC
or they deal with them.
Or they deal with them. Well,
is this thing a do or die affair?
During election time, I don't think it happens like this in the Western world, in civilized climes. But Nigeria here, there would be intimidation. There would be what's it called? Vote buying. That is how it has always been so far, so good in the previous elections as well too. Those who succumb to vote buying, they would buy them over, and if you don't succumb, they would intimidate you. And if you still don't succumb to that intimidation, probably they try to eliminate the person, as we have seen so far with the Labour Party leader in Kaduna. Though we don't know those who assassinated her, but they said the previous day to that incident of her death, she led a little rally in Kaduna there. Then the next day she was assassinated. Her husband was shot as well, but he just kind of survived the incident. So I just think Nigeria needs to now that is where INEC should have come in, or people like SERAP, or institutions whereby you threaten people because you want them to vote for you. There should be sanctions for these things. There should be sanctions. Even you don't need to, if you want to say those kind of things, there's a way you talk. You kind of persuade people to support your candidate. Not actually saying if you don't vote for APC, you are in soup or something. I think Nigeria can just do better. I just pray and hope that the next government would do well. Institutions should be stronger than politicians and not the other way around. If politicians are actually stronger than the institutions, then there's no way a country can actually move forward.
It is real.
Alright, let's go to the next one. Quickly. The next one, I won't vote for Atiku or Peter Obi if I wasn't contesting. That is coming from the presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. He said he won't vote for any of his counterparts if he were to be running for president in the 2023 election. Tinubu stated this in an interview with BBC News on Monday, shortly after his appearance at the Chatham House in London, the United Kingdom. The APC candidate said he won't vote for Peter Obi of the Labour Party and Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party if he weren't on the ballot. What do you think?
I'm very sure even they said they wouldn't have voted.
That is what they would have said as well.
So I don't understand. Why is I'm sorry. Why is bats like that? Because if he's not going to vote for Peter Obi or Atiku, so who is he going to vote for? Maybe
he won't vote for anybody. I didn't really watch all the interview session. I only watched a little part of it. But if someone should have asked him that kind of question, that if he was not running for presidency, who would he vote for? I think the reporter is just, I don't know the kind of word to qualify the reporter, because before you ask that kind of question, you already know the answer. If he says that he would vote for Peter Obi or Atiku, automatically he is marketing them. So you don't ask a candidate that if you are not running for presidency, who or which other candidate would you vote for?
That's true. If he had said he vote for Atiku, that means he's probably trying to like endorse Atiku.
Newspapers, media houses will just pick that line, piam. They will not twist it and change the narrative and say, okay, Tinubu stylishly endorse Atiku or stylishly, trying to market Obi. So that kind of question is just like rhetorical question. It's just like saying, shall we pray? It's not a yes or no answer. Everybody stand up and let's pray. That's the meaning. So I don't think there's something so special about that, from my opinion, because he can't actually say he will vote for Atiku. Atiku is not from his party. Probably he would have said if he was not running for the presidency, he would have voted for anybody that APC, anyone that APC like bring forward to contest for the presidency. That is what he would have said. So quickly, let's move on.
Alright, the next one we have here is our elections will be free, fair, credible. Buhari assures West African elders. President Muhammadu Buhari Tuesday reiterated once again that the 2023 general elections will be free, fair, credible, as manipulations will not be allowed in any form. The president spoke at State House, Abuja, while playing the host to West African Elders Forum pre-election meditation mission led by the former Sierra Leonean President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma.
Oh, well, let's just hope that the election will be free and fair.
We are open. Because
over the years, though I was not there, I was not there, but the election that they said it has been like very, very free and fair was the Abiola and Kingibe election. I'll just hope, because from what we have been hearing so far now, that the Labour Party Kaduna woman was killed. PDP have been attacked in other states, in the northern states, even during their campaign.
Even in Osun State, some thugs of
APC. Imagine the Labour Party supporters there.
Chairman, exactly.
Yeah, even in Oyo State, some PDP and APC thugs are actually, in battle for supremacy in the state. So, they said if a Saturday would be good, you would know from Friday. So an election is just about 70-something days now. We have 70-something days to the election, and if we are saying these kind of things, how would the election be actually free and fair? If someone should come outside and say, is either you vote for my party or I will deal with you, and the INEC doesn't do anything about it, Serap is not talking, all of that kind of institutions like that ought to be addressing this kind of issue, they are not talking. Someone goes to the north and says in Hausa or another language, you have to vote for me because I'm from here. and it is stipulated in the I think the Electoral Act. Yes, it is in the Electoral Act that you cannot campaign based on ethnic lines. If you campaign based on ethnic lines, you'll be sanctioned. How many people have been sanctioned?
None.
Now you're talking about free and fair election, and the INEC dropped what's it called, the online register chart, and we saw young underage voters. We saw it there, and they said election will be free and fair. So if people come outside and actually say they don't trust the process, they are not lying. It's because of what they've seen so far, so good. Had it been you log into the INEC portal, then you see everything normalized. You see the ages there, and you look at the faces. Okay, this thing is still okay. But you notice all these northern states like Borno, Zamfara, even in the it was even in Edo State as well. So I just think the INEC can actually do better. When you say something, it's different from what you do. People don't believe what the government say anymore, but they tend to believe what the government has done and what the government are doing. So the government can actually work more on that. Now the last one, Spain-born Hakimi sends Morocco to World Cup quarterfinals. After a fierce 123 minutes of game time at the Education City Stadium in Qatar, Morocco. So about that, in Qatar, Morocco did impossible to defeat 2010 World Cup winners Spain 3-0 on penalties. In a fabulous performance, Morocco's goalkeeper Yacine Bounou saved all 3 penalties from the Spanish side. Morocco for the first time advanced to a World Cup quarter-finals. Achraf Hakimi struck the decisive penalty in a shootout to send Morocco into the World Cup quarter-finals for the first time on Tuesday, as the African side stunned Spain after a goalless draw. So what does that mean for African football? Morocco is actually the only African now in the World Cup.
The only African?
Yes.
It's a big win.
Yeah,
it's a big win for Africa.
For Africa, yeah, I think it's a big win for Africa. One, because 4 of African teams have actually gone back home. Then we have just 1 person in the quarterfinal stage now. And so far so good. African teams have not been able to get past that quarterfinal stage since the inception of World Cup. Since ever, like since inception of World Cup. Oh. African teams have not gotten past quarterfinals. Ghana has dropped there in quarterfinals. Senegal has dropped there in quarterfinals as well. I think, is it Ghana, Senegal, and Cameroon or something like that? They've always dropped there. So I think it's just a big win for Africa now. And it will actually give a kind of good image to African football as well. I think kudos goes to Morocco, their coaching crew, and also the players as well for making Africa proud. Let's just thank them for that. Alright, you can be part of this program by dropping your comment. Drop your comment and let us discuss it. We've talked about so many headlines here today. We talked about CBN limiting cash withdrawals to 100,000 naira weekly. Alright, you can drop your comment and let us discuss. Uncollected PVCs will lead to disenfranchisement. That's coming from Yes Initiative. I won't vote Atiku Peter Obi if I wasn't contesting. Tinubu said that. Spain-born Hakimi sending Morocco to the World Cup quarterfinals, that means that Morocco is the only African team that remains in the World Cup for now. Alright, our elections will be free, fair and credible, Buhari assuring the West African elders. Then vote APC or we deal with you, Al-Hassan Adodogua. Konwa said to sue the federal government over withheld salaries, and the last one, Peter Obi, has nothing to offer. His manifesto is full of fallacies and false statistics. That is coming from the APC. Right now we have 16 people watching us. Yeah, thank you very much for joining us on today's program. Till we come your way tomorrow again. We have come to the end of the program now. Alright, do well to like, share and subscribe to Flip TV for more updates every morning, and also do well to join Christian Chuku, on the next program by standards. Till we come your way tomorrow again, I remain myself, Olajide Taufik Olamide.
And I remain Adeni Adela. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Alright, bye for now.
100 naira, let's